We're headed to Denver. Bills, Broncos, Bo versus Josh in a matchup of last year's game where the Broncos lost 31-7. If Bo Nix pulls this off, Nick, and you had him in the basement of the AFC West during predictions week a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a bad pick. That one I was wrong about.
Now they are on the
Raiders
verge
were, in fact, not better than the Broncos.
of hosting the Arrowhead Invitational.
That's awesome.
They would be. Have signs and everything. Welcome to the Arrowhead Invitational.
It used to be called
at
that.
Mile High.
Yeah.
No more. But
Would you be willing to admit that you were wrong about Bo Nix?
I mean, I was obviously wrong on the low end. Like, I was obviously wrong that the Broncos were not going to be a playoff team. I was obviously wrong that if you would have asked me, this didn't come up, but if someone had said, could you ever see Bo Nix being the quarterback for the number 1 seed, I would have said absolutely not. I was clearly wrong about those things, whether they were said or not. If they win this game, does it guarantee that I am wrong holistically, that Bo Nix is not forget franchise NFL quarterback, but not even going to end up being a long-term Broncos quarterback? No, I don't think that will prove that at all. I don't.
Oh, wow. So you don't think he's there long term?
I don't. I think the jury is still out over whether or not Bo Nix is above average. I believe that in my bones, and I think that what they have done this year is wildly impressive, and he has played his best in the waning moments, in the fourth quarter of a lot of these games, and that matters. And I thought the Packer game was very impressive, and I said it in real time that I thought that was the best game of his career. But what's also true is this. This is Bo Nix, where he was this year statistically with league ranks. He was not above average. And to give some context for that, those numbers are almost identical to a different first-round pick who has made the playoffs once, who none of us think is definitively the team's long-term answer. If you put his numbers this year side by side with Bryce this year, the completion percentage is identical. The yards per attempt is identical. The touchdown-interception ratio, Bo has him barely, and the passer rating is identical. Now, Bo throws way more passes, so he has more yards, per game.
Did he lead the league?
In attempts. Yeah, not in yards, but in attempts he might have. I'm not sold that Bryce Young is the guy in Carolina, and I'm not sold that Bo Nix is like stamped franchise quarterback. And if they win this game, again, if they win this game because Bo Nix is like, watch me cook, then I will, of course, have to adjust my opinion. I don't think that's the path to them winning it, so I could see them winning this game and me still being skeptical of them. People say that's unfair. I'm just trying to be honest about where I feel about the player.
I do think that's fair if they win 18-15 or something like that, and he's solid, or just even they've won games with him not playing well.
Or they run all over Buffalo. They run for 250.
So I think if he goes out and plays great all 4 quarters, or for the most part, and just has a fantastic game and kind of leads them to victory, maybe in a shootout, which you guys don't think is possible, then I do think you would have to change. But I get what you're saying, because if they lose this game, Greg, 24 or 20-17 or something, and just couldn't score, I think just the same thing we said about Darnold in Seattle. Obviously, Sean Payton likes Bo Nix, but you would have to wonder, we got this phenomenal defense, but we can't score, and our quarterback is not consistent. And so I think those questions would be out there. Obviously, he's still on his rookie scale and he'd have time, but that would become a question mark for them if he doesn't play that well.
In that scenario, I think the questions would be warranted. I would argue, watching Bo Nix and seeing what he has at his disposal, he doesn't have the weapons. And again, you have the luxury of watching a guy in New England that, in coach's words, is a force multiplier. Not every player is that. Sure. Immediately. Now, at the quarterback position, at some point, you kind of have to become that. In Bo Nix in year 2, with Cortland Sutton being the only true, number 1 primary guy, everybody else, Marvin Mims and Brian, and then Evan Ingram at tight end, they're guys. They're not.
That's true.
In what we would be expecting, you look at Caleb, in what he has. You look at even Jaden last year and what he had, at least in Scary Terry and other guys. Like, Bo Nix does not have that.
Can
and
I
so
say
I would,
go ahead,
I would wait to see what they can get in terms of skill guys around him, because I believe he can still. He's shown me enough to where I'm not just.
I would not be saying
Guys,
that. What?
He's won more games than any quarterback in NFL history in his first 2 years.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like
that doesn't move me.
Then, if the points to win games, he's like, well, I've won the most.
Well, but again,
it's certainly he's the number 1 seed.
So,
and if he loses to Josh Allen,
but you're totally. You know
Josh
who's won the more games in the last 2 years? Sam Darnold, who's also the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And if he plays terribly,
Sam Darnold has
a 6 years of bad football.
No.
This guy is like super clutch when.
But
he's
I don't think anybody. I don't even think Nick's saying get rid of him or anything like that. I'm just saying you still wonder is he our guy?
And even if they win, and I just want to say one thing in response to Greg before he gets upset alert. You are totally right. He does not have the weapons. The flip side to that argument is, if you were to say, hey, we're not going to have great receivers. We know that. Build me in a lab the perfect situation to drop a young quarterback. You'd be like, all right, I want an offensive mastermind head coach play caller, the best offensive line in football, and a great defense. Check, check, check. That is something he does that versus Jaden, Caleb, Drake. Nobody has been set up with those things, from his draft class.
But Caleb's been set up.
Caleb now.
Coach.
No. Caleb this year has to go.
Offensive line.
And they.
The
Right. I'm talking about from the
game.
word go for him, because KW brought up the wins over 2 years. The Drake dealt with a bad coach. Caleb dealt with a bad coach. They both dealt with bad offensive lines the rookie year. Jaden's a weird one because he got hurt this season.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of young quarterbacks would say, I'll trade out star receivers for the best offensive line in football and a wizard play caller. And so I don't think he's been in a bad situation. I'm not saying you were saying that. And so.
Time now for a segment so hot, the real feel is at 110. It's upset alert. We reset the scores for the regular season because Coach and Greg just ran away with it.
And they're running away with it again.
And it's just happening again at Carolina, the close game against the Rams. Greg, ball's in your court. Can you do it again?
And this is the closest you've been.
Since week 1.
Sorry, Wildes.
That's okay. You got to pick one.
I'm going Texans over the Pats. And
That's a good one, Greg.
yeah. Appreciate you guys. Look, so a lot has been made about C.J. Stroud and what he wasn't in that Pittsburgh game, and rightfully so. He went into that game completely rattled, and you would have thought, third time, you've been there before. How is it that you are showing signs of, panic right out the gate? I don't think that happens again. With Nico Collins being down, understanding what you must be, we know what the defense is. We know that the defense is going to give you A+ effort, and you put it on your tag to repeatedly punch you
in the face.
They're going to do that. If C.J. Stroud can be good with Dalton Schultz, who had a career year, his best year as a Texan, with Jaden Higgins, who we know is going to have to play and be a force in this game because Nico is going to be out, Nico Collins is going to be out. You have weapons, Jalen Noel. You have pieces in a Christian Kirk had. Welcome back to the National Football League, Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
He had a great showing last week. You have pieces. You run. Your key to success, we're going to run the ball, then we're going to go up top.
Sure, I'll take that.
And if he can execute the game plan and they're able to run the ball, this defense isn't going to give up a lot. I just feel like going into this game, in this situation, C.J. Stroud has to be one with the mentality of, I can be better than Drake. I can be great. However, I don't have to be great because I got these guys. So remember the big picture. And don't try to make it a one-on-one, mano-y-mano type of a deal. But you got to have that mentality of, I'm the best quarterback on the field. Now, we can disagree all we want, but we know he's coming with the best support of both quarterbacks in terms of what he has on the defensive side to compete and to combat that other quarterback. So I like the Houston Texans in this game.
A lot of good strategy.
I'm with you on that.
I'm rooting for you.
Of course you are.
I don't know if you actually believe that, Greg.
I actually do believe that.
Okay.
I absolutely do believe that.
Okay.
And I didn't even speak about the Texans defense because that's
Texans
really what,
defense is
that's
great.
obviously what we all
Texans
believe
defense
in.
is great. But I think you respect Christian Gonzalez, and
I do.
so if Nico's out and Christian Gonzalez takes Christian Kirk,
This isn't how upset we
tough
are.
works. I just don't think he
We've
believes.
never
on
done
tilt.
this
He's
for
on
upset
tilt.
alert.
I just don't believe
KW,
it.
we've
He's like, I
never
guarantee
done
to
this for
win, and you
upset
come
alert.
out and just
No, I don't think he believes it.
disagree
It's
with
okay.
me right away,
After
right out the bat.
KW,
check
that's
out the
not how
behind the
upset
scenes.
alert
I'd be like,
works.
that was good. Like wrestling. I was like, there you go.
All right, I got one for you. A big game hunting, baby. The Niners get it done in Seattle. All right, now, Greg,
That doesn't even make sense.
You're trying to win.
it does. You
Instead
mean
of
that
actually
doesn't make
winning?
sense? Brock proves he's more than a purdy face.
I mean, he's a pretty like.
That's on dust. You know, that's, everything I'm putting on dust.
It's nice.
Yeah, go,
I
bro,
think
make
it's
the
fine.
case.
Wild
I like
is
it.
just upset because you
I
picked
hope
against
you're
his
talking
Patriots.
about obliques, bro.
Well, no. I just think, Greg, wasn't it always nice when you played, hopefully I'm right about this, with house money? The Niners are playing with house
I like that.
money. Nobody expects them to win. 7 points at this stage of the playoffs. Like, nobody expects them to win against a team they did beat once, and they lost to 13-3 a couple of weeks ago. And Brock Purdy, Nick even said the other day, if he throws a couple picks, he's trying to win a game they shouldn't win. Like, they have nothing to lose.
That's good.
They also have Trent Williams, who didn't play in the game they lost in Week 18. He's back. So is Ricky Pearsall. And Ricky, I know he's not Justin Jefferson, but Ricky Pearsall is their guy that can stretch the floor or stretch the field. He, in the first game of the season against Seattle, he was huge. Had over 100 yards receiving, 4 catches, over 100 yards. He's back. He did not play in that Week 18 game either. There are question marks about Darnold. And Kyle Shanahan, third time around, remember, he struggled against Vic Fangio's defense, right? Couldn't do much against that. Last week, finally solved it. I think that is what you're going to see. I'm not saying they're going to put on a ton of points, but I think they'll do enough to win this.
Inspired by Fred Warner?
Well, yes.
Waiting
I
for
mean,
him to
I
come
don't
back?
expect him to play.
Sam Darnold
but
with
just
the
him
oblique?
trying to get back. Yes,
Miles,
the Darnold
do you
oblique.
think Brew actually believes that?
He loves Purdy.
No, I'm just
doesn't believe
calling
in
it like I
Darnold.
see it.
Wildes
I'll give
just
you one
doesn't believe in anything anti-Patriot.
I'll give you one that I barely believe in. This line moved up to 4.5. Puxatawny Phillip football here to tell you.
You can't pick the Bears.
He is.
I'm going to leave.
He's picking the Bears.
You can't pick the Bears, bro.
Why? I'm watching the game. Very impressive. Just because I don't like Ben Johnson's demeanor and foul mouth in the locker room, I thought it was unprofessional and kind of content.
Content.
I thought it was
opposed to-
content.
As opposed to the videos of Vrabel hugging every player every
Oh,
weekend. That's
wow.
Just, that's security footage that they have no idea.
That's great from you.
Yeah.
Bears straight up over the
You
Rams.
can't have this.
Straight
pick.
up over the Rams.
You're not allowed
Here's
to have
why.
this pick.
First of all, home dogs. That hasn't worked out too well in the divisional round. Let's see. Ravens, Bills, lost. Falcons, Eagles, lost. Panthers, 49ers won. Saints, lost. I'm telling you.
These aren't the home dogs that lost. These are the favorite on the road that lost.
Yeah.
You said it weird.
Sorry,
but we got it.
I said it.
Yeah.
I said it backwards. The Rams are favored. The opponents on the road, at home. Gosh darn, I should do that whole. This is what happens. You don't really believe it.
Right.
You see the logos?
You don't believe
You see the
it.
logos?
We see the logos.
Okay, that team was favored. All right. See the opponent? That team was at home. That was in their building. Chicago and Buffalo and Philadelphia. Okay, next up. This Rams defense, very gettable. We talked 28 or more points allowed after Thanksgiving. What the heck is going on here?
That's a
Cowboys, Cardinals, Titans, Jets. And in that Sam Darnold Stafford game, was that a standalone game? When was
Yeah, that wasn't
Saturday
Monday?
night.
That was Saturday.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Saturday night.
The shootout.
Rams
The
and
Oh, the shootout. No, that was Thursday.
A Thursday night game. So the whole world
Yeah,
watching
Danny
that.
said it was going to be the best Thursday night game ever. He was
wa-
right.
It was
38-37.
And then all of a sudden it's like, man, Seattle can really move the ball on you guys. And they've been bad. Also, Carolina moved the ball pretty easily
Twice.
at home. Finally, Caleb's pretty good. Pretty good when it gets tight. First 3 quarters, not excellent. Sometimes into the fourth quarter, not excellent. But in the fourth quarter overtime, he's really good. I do think it's on the board that a guy who plays great late can just play good the whole game. And I know I'm viewed as the Caleb skeptic.
Because you are.
Just because, you know what, I like normal stuff, man. I just like normal stuff. I just normal stuff. I don't need Harold Miner type stuff. Hey, I win the dunk
Harold
contest.
Miner?
Yeah, I don't want you to win the
Wow.
dunk. You win the dunk
That's an
contest.
archive
Man, I
tool.
just want just do normal stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Why did you pull Harold Miner?
Baby Jordan.
I
Baby
know
Jordan.
who he is.
Spectacular stuff. But I just want normal. I want a Kyle Lowry game. You know what I'm saying? Get you down, a little mid-range jumper, win a championship. It's just Kyle Lowry, man. He's a great Raptor.
I covered Harold Miner with,
Oh, yeah.
with the Cavs. Yeah.
I liked Harold Miner a lot.
Why are we
covering
talking
the
about
team.
Harold Miner?
Because he
bro?
was spectacular.
Playground legend.
Yeah, guys, I
Brew covered him.
I know who he was. Good pick, Wild.
Have a Kyle
Do
Lowry.
you since you asked
He
Greg,
does
he
not
doesn't-
believe
he
it.
doesn't
you
believe
believe
it.
He does not believe
Oh,
it.
look, I do not. The Rams defense.
Okay, we get all that. Do you believe your pick? Do you really believe?
I
the
do
Bears are
think
gonna
a
win the game?
boring game is within.
Hey,
Yes or no?
Yes,
Do
of
you
course
really
I do.
believe
You
the
believe the
Bears
Bears
are
are
going
gonna
to
win?
He doesn't
Yes,
believe
of
in the
course
Bears
I
Really? Why
do.
does it say this
What?
is just an alert?
because he does not believe.
Why does it
I
say
think
that?
the Bears are going to win.
Then why
Yes.
does it say this is just an alert?
I don't know why to say it's not more than a Purdy face. Because I don't do puns.
Can I see
Time
your
now for
notes?
Nick's
Yeah,
picks.
yeah, it is time.
I don't know what I did.
All right, listen. Not a good wild card weekend for me. I'd been red hot last month.
Ouch.
That's
2-4, it's no good. But it's not. It's not fine, to be honest. Now, I don't have to explain it. Everybody saw the games. I got the Bears right. I got the Niners right. Did I make a little money this weekend because I also had the Niners money line? I did. Did I cost America money because of the lock after going 6-1? I locked up plus 3.5.
Why'd you do that?
Because I thought you guys were going to win by 3. Because I foolishly thought Justin Herbert was going to actually have a pulse. I was wrong. It was dumb.
knew that.
Those are bad picks. I thought he'd have a pulse. I thought Drake might struggle a bit. You guys wouldn't score 17 points. I thought whatever. It doesn't matter. 4-0 though this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's go.
4-0.
Wrong team favored. Forget all the gobbledygook Wild said about road favorite dog. Blah blah blah. Bills are the better team. Also, Curtis Samuel back. Ed Oliver.
Oh, I like that.
Back. So now
like the Ed
this beleaguered Bills receivers room has the top 3 receivers from before the year. Curtis Samuel, Keon Coleman, again, he hasn't had a great year, but he was supposed to be good. And of course, the number 1 guy, Khalil Shakir. Ed Oliver to help the run defense.
Brandon Cook.
I always say I owe the audience honesty. An audience, I have been dishonest with you at times this year when I've been like, begrudgingly, I respect the Broncos. I don't. I think they're a fraudulent 1 seed. I don't care the 14 wins. I don't care. I don't believe in them. I think Josh Allen's about to dog walk them. Bills plus 1.5. Too many points, bro. I agree with you. Niners plus 7. I don't think the Niners are going to win. But I also think that they are going to be able to keep it close. And that Mike McDonald and Clint Kubiak and the Seahawks, if they get a lead, are going to be to the right of Dick Cheney and conservatism in the game calling because they are not going to want Sam Darnold to blow it. The rest edge is massive. All of it. I think this can be a good game. I don't think the Niners win, but 7 points is too many with Kyle Shanahan, and I think Purdy is playing well. I'll take the Niners plus 7. Next. I am rooting to miss this. I am rooting to lose in embarrassing fashion. I'm rooting for there to be a big fat X over this when we do next
But
picks
you know
next
what's
week.
up. Savvy.
But the Pats are at home. They have the far better quarterback. The other team is missing its best weapon. I'm only laying 3 points. Is there a chance this Texans defense is an all-time defense? There is.
Yeah.
If it's not, I don't trust the Texans offense enough to where I think that they can win this game. And if I don't think they can win, I'm not getting more than 3. So I just have to swallow the 3 points and root against. I won't be betting this game because I might overnight a Texans jersey to wear for this game. I'm going to be rooting against the Patriots so bad because of this guy. But the right pick is Patriots -3. And then last one, this one hurts my heart. I don't think this is close.
Wow.
I think the Rams are going to score 40 points.
I'm the Caleb guy.
I think Caleb could have a start to finish excellent game, and the Bears get blown out. I think what we saw the Packers offense able to do in the first half against the Bears defense, I think the Rams are going to do it the whole game. I think Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are going to be running open. I think Stafford could have 5 touchdown passes. This feels to me like 42-28.
Oof.
So I will take the Rams -4.5. So we've got the Bills and Niners catching points. The Patriots and Rams laying points. That's a 4-0 weekend, America.
Can I predict the lock?
Yeah.
Against my upset alert, I'm going to say Rams-Bears is your lock of the week.
Lock is the Bills.
Oh, wow.
The lock is
Really
the Bills.
dislikes Bo Nix.
Yeah.
All the guy does is win games.
At least you're being honest.
Just being honest. I felt bad. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.